Here is everything you need to know about set event start date action. So this action step in a workflow is used to set up a webinar or a product reminder and such. So any date-based events can be set up using this action. So here in this case, here you can have any trigger. So usually for a webinar, this should be something like a form fill out. So we can set up form submitted as the trigger and click save. And then this is the important part where you add this action step. You search for event and you can see set event start date. So when you are in this action step, you can see there are three types of set event start time. One is the custom field, another one is the specific date time, and the third one is specific day. So let's look into custom field first. So custom field is used when you have a date-based custom field is saved in a contacts records. For example, date of birth is a common example. So if you go here and look for contact, you can see date of birth is here. So based off of this value, you can take the next action. So the next logical step is to add a wait step. So you go to wait, and then instead of time delay, we have to select event appointment time based wait step. So when you select this, you can see there are new options and it asks you to wait until after, before, or at the exact time of the event that you set in the previous step. So if you select before, for in this case, we have selected the date of birth as the date. So if you select one day before, you can send out an email or SMS greetings saying that happy birthday a day before the set date here. So this is the basic of setting event start date action, and you can do a lot more than send out a birthday reminder. So in this case, you could also have a product expiration date or a subscription reminder date, and then you can send out a subscription reminder or some sort of reminder a week or month before that happens. So in order to do that, you go to the wait step and then you select 1 month before, or you could do something 1 day after, 1 month after as well. And you can also set up on the exact time as well. So now let's go back and look at how we can set up a exact date based event. So when we select specific date and time, this is where you can set up exact date and time. For example, if you want to run an webinar on 31st of January, you select this and then set the time. So if you are going to run this at 11 a.m., so you set the date and time and then you click save. Then you can set up the reminder emails from this wait step. You can go and you can send a reminder 1 month before or 7 days before. And you can also send on the exact time when that happens. You can say that the webinar has just started. If you haven't joined, you can join. Or you can also send a replay email probably after 1 day after the webinar. You can do that as well. So that's how you set up a specific date time based event. Now you have the third option, which is the specific day option. In this case, you can select either the current day of the month or current day of the week. So if you select current day of the month, you can send out an email or SMS or do any action on the first or on the second of every month at a certain time. So here in this case, you can send out a communication on the first of every month at 8 a.m. So if you select current day of the week, you can send out an email on every Sunday at 8 a.m. So how we can make this a repeated action. So for example, like if you are sending out an SMS, so we set the date and then we waited for this date to trigger, and then we send out an SMS, and here we can add a little bit more time delay. So for example, we wait one day after, so that we don't send this out immediately. And after that, you can add a go to step here, and this go to can go all the way back at the event start time, so that as soon as this SMS is sent and waited for a day, it goes back again here, and then set the event date back to whatever you want. So you can set this up this way. You can set up annual reminder or a monthly reminder or even a weekly reminder. So that's how you set up all the date-based events using these 3 types of action. And then one more thing we need to understand and remember is this option: if the timing of this wait step is already in the past, how should the contact proceed? So there are 3 options. So in most cases, we need to skip all outbound communication actions till the next wait or event start date action. So what does this mean is that if, for example, for a webinar, if the registrant registers like at the last minute, they don't really need to get the 1 month or 7-day reminder. They probably need to get the last 5 minutes reminder. So in that case, they would skip through the 1 month, 7-day reminder and then go all the way to the relevant wait step, which is in the present. So they skip all the past dates and then they go straight to the last 5 minutes reminder, for example. But in some cases, you probably need to move them to the next step instead of skipping all the step. So in that case, you can move them to the next step, or you can move them to a specific step, and you can select that specific step from here. So that's all you need to know about setting up an event start date action in a workflow. So this will help you to set up a webinar or a product reminder, offer update, and so many other things. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.